So my next task here, oh, it's not recorded. Recording. Oh, it is. Okay. So my next task here is to add my center lines. Yeah. Once you have a circle, you must add your center lines. All right. So for that, I'm gonna ensure that my center line is engaged, and then I'm gonna click line L, enter. I'm going to specify the first point for my line. Say here, note, I'm drawing my center line at a different location. I could also draw it here. I could delay my mouse here, delay here, and then go up, click, then go down, enter. That's one. I could hit space bar to reactivate. I place my crosshair here. I do not click. I then bring it up, click here to start, then go down, enter. And I want this one to be a bit longer, so I left click onto this one. I left click onto the end when it turns red, and then I drag it out a little distance, click right there. I could do the same thing for here, left click at this point, pull this out a little distance, left click right there, then escape. And I have that. This line, this color is very, very pale. I could change this from that color to a different color by clicking there. Then go up to right click, go to properties, quick property, no, escape, I don't want that. So click here, click there, click here, right click, go to properties, and from properties, I could change the color here. I could change the color from here, from green. So I first left click onto this to enable the drop down option. Then I click here, and from here I could choose whatever color I want that to be. I could let that be blue. Think it's a nice color. Escape. Now, I could make these line weight thickness visible by clicking this icon, line weight thickness, yeah? And those lines will be visible, all right? All right. All right, I don't think I want this line to have this thickness. I think my construction line weight thickness is too thick. So I'm gonna go back to properties and I'm gonna change that. I want my center line weight thickness to be like 0.25. Okay, all right. So that should be good now. Now when I click this, look what happens. This is bold and this is not bold. Lovely. Now, I think we should add some dimension to this. What do you think? Yeah? So I'm gonna show you the setup dimension for this. So for that, I'm gonna type D for dimension, enter. And this will bring us up to this box right here. Now, the first thing to do is to click on modify. Well, you could click modify, or you could create one for yourself. Let's create a new one. Let's click new. Click new. Let's give this one a name. Construct, C-O-N, well, dimension, D-M, modify.
That's for 40% of marks.
All right. So dim, modify, dim PNS, P and S, plain and solid, continue. Now, to modify, we're gonna change all of these. And it's important to know what each of these represents, all right? line. We can change the color of the line here. This dimension color, it will change the color of the look what happened when I change this. See, I change this to red color. Notice the effect right here. Yeah, this changes to red. All right, so if you want that, or if you want a more sober color, you can choose. All right, let this be let uh, let it be black. Line type, we can choose between continuous, center line, etc. But for now, I will not be going into most of those. The important one that we must focus on are these. Extend beyond dimension line. And this is the section right here. How far this extends beyond that. For this size drawing, the value that we place here is relative to the actual size of the drawing. Yeah? So there is no definite size that you should make this, or you can make this. It is relative to the size of the drawing. All right. So for this, let this be about 2 millimeters. Right. Offset from origin is the distance the extension line is from the object. This distance right here. Let that be about 3. All right. Yeah, it might seem a little weird now, but it's okay. Let's move on to the next tab here, which is symbols and arrows. For drawing like these, we normally use closed arrow, which is good. The arrow size. For a size drawing like this, I think an arrow size of 5 millimeters is 5 or 6 millimeters should be good. Center mark. We want our center mark. Center mark is a mark in the center right here. Let that be about 6. Arrow size be about 5. All right. Text or text height. This will determine the height of the text or the numbers that are placed on the dimension. For this, I think 6 or 7 is good. All right. Here we'll determine how the line is aligned. If the line is aligned with the dimension, or if it is aligned horizontally or vertically. Offset from dimension, this determines how close the numbers are to the line. Let this be about 1. All right. Now, let's go to primary units. Here is where we determine the number of decimal places. For this, I don't want any. So I choose 0. No decimal places. I then click OK. Once you click OK, you must set this current for it to take effect. All right. Looking at this, my arrow seems a little bit small, so I want to go back to modify. Modify, and I go back to arrow, and I'm gonna make this be about 7. Press tab to see how it look. The tab key is extremely important. What the tab key does, it shows exactly how the adjustment that to make will actually look on the drawing. So for that, I click OK. All right, then set current, close. Now I can go up here, change my dimension layer. So I don't have a dimension layer. So I need to create a dimension layer. So click here to create a dimension layer. Label this one dimension, D-I-M-E-N. Rename D-I-M-E-N, dimension. Let this color be probably let be let it be this probably. Okay, Linear thickness is okay. All right. No, I don't want this to be 0.25. 0.25 there. Okay. That is good. So that is now set. The next step is to go up to my dimension. Click here. Oh, dimension is already active. Good. I can now dimension this figure. All right. So we have a number of choices. We have linear, which allow us to dimension either horizontally and vertically. We have aligned, which allow us to dimension slope objects like these. We have angle, which allow us to draw the dimension and angle, and radius and diameter. We have two circles here, so we would want either radius or diameter. So I click that, then click onto this, and we have that. All right. Click here, and we have that. All right. Again, we can do the same thing here. Click onto this. We have that space bar here. We have that. Now, to get the dimension from the center to here, we must use linear. So I go up here, linear, click here, or I could click here and there, and I would end up with that. Yeah, we don't really need to dimension here. Yeah, and that's basically it. That's it for that video, guys.